guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm so excited because I found the best discounts for you homeschool parents, you homeschool teachers out there. I cannot believe I didn't figure this out sooner. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get discounts as a homeschool teacher at a bunch of popular retail stores, other types of stores. And to receive those discounts, you do need a homeschool ID card. So I'm also going to show you how to get a free homeschool ID card for both yourself and your children. Before we jump in, I want to say thank you to Homeschool Planet for sponsoring today's video. I talk about Homeschool Planet all the time because I use their online planner. But if you are not familiar with them, they also offer free homeschool ID cards. So everything I'm showing you is because I got a free teacher ID from Homeschool Planet. So I'm going to show you how to get your free ID, and then I'm going to show you all the places you can get discounts at. All right, so you're going to start right on the Homeschool Planet website, and up in the top right hand corner you're going to click on Homeschool ID card, and you're going to click on print your ID cards now. And you have two options. You can either do the student ID or the teacher ID, and either option has full styles. So in this video, I'm focusing on the teacher ID because that is what I created, and that is what I use to get all my discounts. So there's different options. Some of the information I think changes on here. Some of them say teacher ID card, some say home educator card, some say homeschool teacher ID card. That is completely up to you which ones you choose. Now, when you're applying for discounts at places, there are places that distinctly specify homeschool parents, homeschool teachers are welcome for the discount, and others do not. So my first card I made it more of like a teacher ID, and I did give my homeschool a name. And then for other places that specify for homeschoolers, I picked one of the homeschool teacher ID cards, and then I did not name our school. I just called it homeschool. I don't actually have a name for our homeschool, so that was the most challenging part for me, is like, what do I even name the homeschool? Because I just can't pick a name. So it's up to you, whatever ones you do. So you do everything right here. You upload a picture. It will let you kind of zoom in on the picture that you upload. You enter in, again, if you want to enter in the school name, your teacher's name, your email address, city, state, and the year. The only thing I will say on the year is there were some of the verification of the discounts, because a lot of these websites actually use the same service to verify. They did not like that I had made a 2024-2025 card. They wanted my 2020-2024 card because that's still the school year we're in. So these are free, so I would honestly make one of each just to have it. And we'll get more into that when I talk about the actual discounts. And then right when all of this is done, you'll have a nice little preview. You print it for yourself, and you get a PDF or like an image right away. That is what I used for all of my discounts because I signed up for all of my discounts online. Now, if you need this card to actually physically bring with you, you could just print it out and then laminate it. That's what my option is. I'm actually going to just laminate mine and have it with me. I'm not going to show you guys my actual ID card because it has personal information on it, but I'm sure you guys can use your imagination and figure out what it looks like. Now, if you really want like a fancy ID card for you or your students, especially if you're using your students more of like an ID, if you're in situations where you find them needing an ID more than often, you may want a plastic hard ID. They do have the option to order it. I do believe it's through like a third-party company, so you would complete that process through them, but then you would get like that actual hard one. So literally you can have your free homeschool ID card in like less than a minute. Entering information, the hardest thing is probably, again, if you're choosing a homeschool name and then uploading your picture to try to decide what picture looks good on your homeschool ID. That is how you get your free ID card from Homeschool Planet. Thank you, Homeschool Planet. That is an awesome service you offer to homeschooling families. And if you're interested in their online planner, I have tons of videos on that. And then I always have a free 30-day trial link down below. So you can get a free ID card and a free trial of their planner for the next 30 days. No credit card required. And you can get your summer off to a great start. Now, we have our ID cards. What kind of discounts can we use? So I've really never like looked much into it. I've heard some people say, oh, you can get discounts here and discounts here, but I was kind of like in that middle, like, well, am I a teacher? Am I not? And I finally had to like accept, like, yes, I am a teacher. I spend a lot of money on curriculum. I pay taxes every year that is accounted for going to my kids that don't go to public school. So yes, I consider myself a teacher, and I believe that all homeschool parents deserve these same type of discounts because we're covering a lot of the expenses ourselves, just like public school teachers do. I'm not trying to dismay what public school teachers do, but I also think home parents deserve that discount. So I did a couple things. Obviously Google. There is a lot of outdated blogs out there that may have had discounts at one time or another for homeschool families, or they say you can kind of get a discount, but it's kind of hard to do. I asked over on my Instagram for people that follow me, you know, because then I was like, at least they're probably still using the discounts. So after researching and asking, I came up with a list of places that I think you're going to be able to get discounts at the time of this video. Let's start with a couple stores that people said to me. The first one was Barnes & Noble, and that one caught my attention immediately because I absolutely love books, and I was literally like, let's get the discount today and go shopping. However, Barnes & Noble discontinued their educator discount program in April of 2023, so you're no longer eligible. They just have their standard rewards program. So Barnes & Noble is out. There is a website called Books A Million. I've never shopped at Books A Million. I believe they have brick and mortar stores. They have an online store. I did submit everything for Books A Million, but I have not heard back yet, and I can't figure out that one. So that one's off the list. Now, the next couple stores actually all use the same verification system. So you can actually get verified online, which means you can shop online or in store with these discounts. These stores are Target, Michael's, and Thrift Books. So if you go to sign up for any of their teacher / homeschool discount programs, they're all going to use a system called Sheer ID, SHEER.ID. This was the most headache. So that's why I'm talking about it first, because this was the one that drove me crazy. So all three of these programs use Sheer ID, but you sign up through the merchant's website. So if you want the Target teacher discount, you go through the Target Circle Rewards program, and I'll link it down below. And then you click on Verify Me, and you have to upload something. So Target, I am verified for. Target, I had to write Sheer ID separately, like in an email, because at first I just uploaded my homeschool ID card I created. They rejected it because that was what I was saying, where I had it for the 2024-2025 year. So I made a new one with the 2023-2024. They still didn't accept it. So finally I sent them my homeschool teacher ID card and my notice of intent to homeschool. The notice of intent form is something we have to do in my state that basically tells my state I'm homeschooling my child. So I would recommend for the Sheer ID program having something else, just anything else that says you're a homeschooler with like your name that matches your ID. So Sheer ID, once I emailed them with those documents, they were completely fine. They were like, yep, you're approved. So I got approved for Target after a couple emails to Sheer ID's customer service. Thrift Books is an online discount bookstore, which I shop at all the time. So I signed up for theirs. Again, they use Sheer ID. When I did their Sheer ID, I uploaded my homeschool teacher ID and my notice of intent letter, and I was approved instantly. So Thrift Books, I got approved right away, even though it was the same program, Sheer ID. So then Michael's, which is a craft store, I was like, okay, I know how Sheer ID works. I know what's needed. Let's do this. So I go to Michael's, I sign up. I believe Michael's is also through their rewards program. So you log into like your rewards account, and then at the bottom, there's like that additional teacher's discount. They use Sheer ID, so I submitted the exact same documents I had been submitting, and I can't get that one to go through. I want to say the issue I think I'm having is because on my teacher ID, I've been using my Gathered and Grounded email. my Target account has like my main personal email, and then my Michael's account has like a really old email address. So I think because I'm using all different emails, that's causing an issue. But I've had Target and Michael's accounts forever, so I can't just change my email. So I'm gonna email Michael's the sheer ID from Michael's separately in a different customer service post, because the other ones, they said I was verified, but I'm not. For Michael's, so I'm going to do that next week. But again, the sheer ID is very responsive. Just email them directly. You tell them like what email address and what merchant you're trying to get the discount at, give them the documents, and if there's something missing or they need something else, they'll just tell you. So Michael's I'm still waiting on, but I'm 99% confident I will get it. So Target, the discount I believe you get is sometime between July and August, when it's like back to school shopping, they load a special coupon to your account where you get 20% off your entire purchase. And that's good either online or in store. So I cannot wait, because I'm going to be stocking up on a ton of everything. Let's just be honest, not just school stuff. So that is what the benefit of Target is. It's not a year-long discount. It's a one-time discount back to school shopping. Thrift Books, you get upgraded automatically to their top tier rewards program, where you earn more points every time you spend money. And then you get a free book up to $7. So one free book that's worth up to $7 every 5 books you purchase. So if you're doing a huge order, you can get a ton of free books from their rewards program. Michael's, I believe you get 15% off all the time. Now that does not stack with any of their other coupons. So if you have a better coupon, you would obviously want to use that in lieu of the 15% off. But if not, you have 15% off all the time. I forgot to mention a standalone one, Joann's, which is another craft store. I was able to sign up online. You get 15% off all the time. I don't believe they used any sheer ID or any verification services. You kind of just enter everything in, and then it tells you if you're approved. So I also have a discount at Joann's now too. Now let's move on to the one I'm really excited about. So this is the system called ID.me. I know you've seen this, especially online shopping. If you go to checkout, they are the company that offers like military discounts. So basically you get verified through ID.me, and then any store that allows it, you just kind of log back into your ID.me account, and it says that you're a verified teacher. So this was the one, I saw it on one blog post. I looked at probably 50 different blogs and websites to find discounts, and I was like, there's no way, because this is like a very secure verification, especially if you're used to like military verification. This one I was like, there's no way they're gonna accept a homeschool ID I just made online. Well, they did, and it was so easy. So you go on id.me.com, you create an account, and you say you want to be verified as a teacher. Now there is nothing on id.me that says anything specifically for or against homeschool teachers. It just says you need to be an educator. When I did the id.me, this is when I had my ID card with an actual school name. I did not just have homeschool on there. I had a homeschool name I made up. I think I used like Evergreen Learning Center, and I just put that I was a K through 12 instructor, because I am. And it just had teacher ID on it. So that ID did look more just standard. And then there was no option to select like homeschool teacher. So I just put, when I was filling it out, that I'm a teacher through K through 12. I don't have a teacher license or anything. And it just went through the whole thing, and I was instantly verified. So once you get verified, then you can actually go on their website. You sign in, and then so now you can see I'm a verified teacher. I believe this verification stays good for 3 years, and you can click find discounts, and it tells you all the stores that offer discounts. And so this is where you probably saw in my thumbnail all of those big names like Disney, Crocs, hotels.com, because you really do get discounts at them. This was the one I was most excited for, because this is stuff I use all the time, and to have an extra benefit is just awesome. So you just come on here and you kind of just scroll through, and it tells you what the discounts are. So Under Armour offers 40% off, Samsung up to 30% off plus cash back. So there's also a browser extension. So if you shop online, like on a desktop computer, that's what I've been doing all this on, you can install it. So anytime you go to a website where your ID.me can get you a discount, it will pop up and it will say there's a discount, or you can get cash back. Nothing more you need to do except just say yes. So even if you may not get a discount at some of these places, you get cash back. So like hotels.com, you get 8% off your booking. That's a lot. And then you get 2% back in cash. So hotels.com, you're normally spending a few $100s booking hotel rooms, or even maybe 1,000, depending on how long your trip is. A whole bunch of different theme parks are on here. Crocs, I did not believe. You get 20% off your entire order at Crocs plus 8% cash back. Disney was on here yesterday, guys. I swear, I just did this yesterday when I was signing up for everything, because I wanted to make sure I knew what everything was. So it is so weird that it's not on here anymore. But let's go to amusement park. So then too, you can just go to categories. And so if I go to Disneyland and go to see all offers, what I did find is if I click this, the 2% for teachers and activate now, it was like kind of being weird. But if you go here, adult tickets at child prices for teachers, if you go to shop now, it brings you, and you have to click this, what is weird, continue without cash back. I don't know why it does that, but it brings you to the page where then it lets you purchase Disney tickets. And so basically the discount for teachers is you get adult tickets at child prices, which is about, I think, like $40 a ticket in savings, $30 to $40 in savings. And there are more discounts for other theme parks. So if you go to all the theme parks, here's everything. One that I thought was really good, I think, was Legoland. Yeah, so it tells you what the retail prices are. So normally they start at $88 and you're getting the ticket for $62. So there's so many things here. So all of these theme parks, there's different hotels that offer discounts, different car rentals, water parks, movie tickets. You can buy discounted movie tickets, which I know for like my large family is absolutely amazing. You can just choose a city. So like we're going to Seattle in like a month, and so I was just looking on here like at all the discounts that they have. They have shows, they have tours, they have all this stuff that you can get discounts on through this website, different shows and events, all the shopping. So if you want to say, oh, I want to buy some beauty and skincare, it will show you what stores offer the discounts. And then they also have like sports and like concerts and stuff. So I honestly think the ID.me is the best. So that is the one that seemed to be the easiest for me. But like I said, my homeschool ID card was more like an official teacher ID card. So keep that in mind, and that I was able to get verified through that. And then there's two other programs I want to talk about really quick. The first one is the Pizza Hut reading program. They do a program over summer and in fall where if your child reads so many books, they get a coupon to get a free personal pizza. You can do it for up to 5 kids, I believe, online. You don't necessarily need an ID card, but it may be fun for your kids to bring their student ID card in with them when they get to redeem their free books, or their free pizza for reading books. And then the other one is the National Park discount for 4th grade students. So I will link it down below. There is a way you can sign up online to get your free pass. So basically any 4th grader, public school, homeschool, whatever, they get a pass to enter any national park, I think state parks, there's like a whole list, for free. Now, you don't have to sign up online. You can actually just go to the national parks, and that is where a student ID is going to be really handy. Your 4th grader shows their 4th grade student ID, and you get the discount. That is actually huge. We're using that when we go to Seattle because we're going to one of the national parks. So our entire family gets to get in free because of my 4th grade student. And then the other piece of advice, and I learned this from my in-laws because they are a military family, having your IDs with you as a teacher, as a student, it never hurts to ask, do you offer a discount for teachers or students? And if they say yes, here's our IDs. So carry your kids carry their student IDs with them, you carry your teacher ID, and then it's just another form of identification, especially for your kids. Most kids don't have IDs or anything like that, so the student ID is really the only piece of identifying information for them. I know our DMV here sometimes asks for identification, so it's not going to hurt anything. Go make your free ID cards at homeschoolplanet.com. If you found other places than I mentioned on this list that are currently active that you are able to use your ID card to get discounts at, leave those down below in the comments. Help other homeschool families find those discounts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.